Coffee Club, Coffee Club. Grind your beans and grab your favorite mug. It's Ollie, Morgan, George, and Gus. It's them boys from Coffee Club. Boys from Coffee Club.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Coffee Club podcast for episode 146, and the boys are all back together. St. Moritz, this is my apartment. Welcome to my place, guys. First time you've been over. What do you think?
It's a nice spot.
It is nice. I was expecting, I don't know why I was expecting carpet, but it's tiled.
Tiled kitchen, living room.
Yeah.
Very nice view of the lake.
It's a nice view.
The thing that's nice about this one, which is nice in its own way, different from, let's say, your one, Ollie, is actually your guys' current one is more similar, but this has a kind of a Swiss mountain-like vibe, you know?
Yeah,
especially the outside, actually.
Yeah, it feels authentic.
Now we'll have to do the next one at my place, and then we have all three boxes ticked.
All three of the boxes are ticked.
The trifecta.
Yeah.
Just Tour de St. Moritz.
We got to get the
podcast.
We got to get the lighting good at your place, though, George.
Very important.
Why are you calling it your place? You also live there.
Oh yeah, I live there as well. Our place.
Our place.
Well, you know, what's mine is yours. What's yours is mine.
Exactly. So very happy to have the boys here. Bang out another little podcast. And before we get into it, we do have some little special announcements. First one, not going to go over this too much. Check us out on Instagram that's where we're going to be hyping this up more. But merch, we're releasing merch collection. I don't even know if this is like number 2, but we're releasing a new collection of merch, shirts and a hoodie this time. And they're going to go on sale in 1 week, I think, from today. Well, I think that's the plan. And they're going to be on pre-sale for 1 week. So everyone will have to get their orders in for that 1 week. I think it'll be about the last week of the month, and that'll be it. So I'm repping the merch right now. There's some more here. The boys, you might see them wearing it around St. Moritz or wherever they are. We're loving it. So that's it. Check us out on Instagram for more information on it, but just to put it on the radar. And once again, this episode is sponsored by Roll Recovery, our friends over at Roll Recovery. George, take it away.
Yeah, the lovely people at Roll Recovery are sponsoring, again, episode, what are we, 146?
Yeah.
The R8 Plus, the signature product of the lineup. Is that what? No, what's it called when you have like one product that like defines your brand? Is that signature?
I mean, signature sounds right.
I feel like the R8, that must have been their first product, right? That's how they got big. This one, special, the Plus, you can up the force and like lower it depending on how sore your muscles are. But yeah, just really cool to be working with those guys. I actually have a fun little project coming out with Roll Recovery in the next few weeks, hopefully. Just a little teaser of a behind the scenes in Paris video that those guys did, and I'm pretty close with those guys. I go play table tennis at Roll Recovery probably at least once a week, so really cool to be working with.
You win every time, right?
I don't know about every time. They're actually, a couple of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
But no, it's a lot of fun, and yeah, just cool to be working with local boulder crew, and so thanks to those guys for sponsoring us again.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to Roll.
Check out their website.
Check them out. And finally, we don't have a bean shout out today, but we have a childbirth shout out, a baby shout out. This one, I have to read this directly off the notes so that I make sure. I don't know if this is true, but just so I get the names right. Shout out to 2 of our big fans, Josiah and Brittany, who just had a baby and named him Geordie. And apparently, I don't know if this is true. Like, apparently it was between Ollie and Geordie.
I hope that's true. I hope that bit's not added in just for...
It says Grace Lorenberger. I probably butchered that last name. Is a proud auntie and wanted to shout them out. They also named him Ollie, but the mum...
No,
almost. Oh, they did name him Ollie. And then they just said Geordie was just safer because Geordie, you know...
What are you saying?
They almost named him Ollie.
Obviously, I'm joking.
Well... Originally, you said also.
I don't know if you could. I think you were just struggling.
I think that was a reading mistake when you said also. No,
I plead the fifth. They almost named him Ollie, but the mum preferred Geordie. Mum, what the hell, bro? That's tough.
Great
Who
choice.
doesn't like Ollie? I guess Geordie is a good name. So congratulations.
I don't know how common that is these days.
What, George? It's a common name.
Surely Geordie is, if it's actually Geordie.
If it's actually Geordie,
quite rare.
Yeah.
That's
Especially
very rare.
Unless especially if it's like in America or somewhere.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that too often.
No, it's a very old English name, isn't it, George? King George.
Why do you keep saying George? They didn't name fucking kid George.
Well, Geordie and George. Okay. Well, we don't know if it's George or George. We'll guess they said Geordie.
And this says Geordie though. That's why I'm like. That's why I'm
Are you
reading.
struggling?
You know
It says Geordie.
when they said
It
no,
says
but when
Geordie.
they say almost named him Ollie, were they going to name him Ollie or Oliver? You would just name the kid Oliver, and their nickname would be Ollie.
But we have a direct example, a counter to that. Isn't Andy's kid named Ollie?
No, full name's Oliver.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah,
there's
but
there's
I mean,
nicknames.
you could. What you're saying is true, but also you could name them Ollie or George.
You
Geordie.
could 100%. We just don't have the context here. No context.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Geordie's a very New Zealand name then, and George is a very English name.
I'm gonna guess that it's named George, but maybe we should just move on.
Well, then why are you giving me shit for it if you're going to guess that? You both are giving me shit for it. All right, never mind. Geordie, great name. Congratulations. Hopefully that baby becomes one of the greatest steeplers of all time.
Yeah, you're setting the bar pretty
Set
high
the bar
there,
pretty
Jordan.
high, so.
Well, okay,
Good
so
work,
if the
Cam.
baby is named, I know that you really want to move on from this. If the baby is named Geordie, do you think that they can also go by George or no? Because obviously, if you're named George, you can go by Geordie.
Geordie, yeah.
If you're Ollie, you can go by. If you're Oliver, you can go by Ollie. But does it go the other way, or are you just trapped with one name?
I don't know how many Georges go by Geordie. I don't know how common that is.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's just me.
you invented the name Geordie.
Maybe that is. I don't actually know if that's a thing. I feel like that's not like. It's not like Oliver and Ollie, which is
Well, Geordie,
pretty much every single Oliver
I've
in the world. I feel like goes by Ollie at some point in their life.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard Geordie's
George and Geordie?
from
Not so
Georgina's. That's where I've heard Geordie's from.
For a girl?
female.
Yeah. Like I know females that go by Geordie sometimes for Georgina. But maybe it's an Aussie Kiwi thing. Because we shorten everything with an IE.
We do put IU on a lot of things.
But I have never heard of Geordie.
Geordie
George.
sounds easier than Georgie, for whatever reason.
Yeah, Georgie, yeah. Well, Georgie's... I don't know.
Geordie just sounds easier.
We should definitely move on.
It's just a thought. It's
But
just a thought.
congratulations, and I'm sad because like it could have been Ollie, but it's fine.
Yeah, didn't even consider Morgan. Apparently, that's pretty rude.
Yeah, that also
Maybe-
actually,
maybe
you
next
should probably
time.
be more hurt than I am.
Yeah, maybe
true.
next time. But alas, so this week we are squeezed in the middle of two big diamond leagues, both of which Ollie Hoare is competing in. So that is going to be probably the main focus of today. But before we get into it, we will do a little check-in, George and I, that is. I'll go first because mine is pretty relevant to right now. I was supposed to be racing in Luzerne tonight, in fact. I've been hyping it up, I think, the last 2 episodes. I was very excited to go race. I was very excited. But then I keep getting corrected as to what exact part of my body flared up and is sore. I just say like my calf because, that kind of encompasses that whole area. Or my shin. I say one of those two. It's like, I also kind of thought it was my tib post, but then it's like, it's pretty much on the inside of my shin. That's the most general and accurate way of saying like I had a little flare up. And so that happened about 3 days ago. And it was just one of those ones that I've had this quite a few times before. And it's really annoying. It's not like bad. Like I think with a day or two off, it recovers and gets better. But it's not one that I could push through because I have tried to do that in the past. And that's like in 2018, I actually like pretty much ended my season trying to run through it. It was the first time I ever had it. And I didn't really know what was going on. So, yeah, I was just playing it safe, and I was like, all right, I'll just take it easy for a few days, not race. Hopefully can be working out again by the end of the week, and so everything will be all good for Paris. So that's my status.
You got PTSD from 2018.
Well, yeah, like literally, like I just...
Ending your season is not worth racing a 3K in Luzerne for, that's for sure.
That was the trade-off. And so made the decision to take it easy. And I'm happy with that. I've just been grinding on the cross training for a couple of days on the bike, aqua jogging. So just like just, taking this little step back to prevent, a bigger issue occurring. But yeah, it was just very disappointing to not take the trip to Luzerne with our teammates Sage and Mario, who are also racing tonight there. I think it would have been just a nice race to get ready, but hopefully, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day compared to the main races that we have upcoming. So that's the Morgan check-in. George, do you want to give an update on how you're doing with your body? Because you made some good progress, it seems like, in the last week.
Progress in terms of I'm running now, and I wasn't last week. So, yeah, no, that's for sure. It was a heavily intensive week of treatment, which was just what was required. And so a big thank you to our guy, Jason Ross, who was out here from Michigan for the week. We put in a lot of time together, and yeah, back running, back training. Things got a few more weeks to iron it out. It is crazy that it's only in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I actually was also on the start list somehow for tonight.
I forgot to mention.
I don't know how that even happened.
Because I saw shout out to AthStats. They just posted like in the last hour or two, and it had your name in the 3K, but it had like TBC.
TBC, yeah.
Because I think they listen to the podcast. Maybe.
I was about to say this is like the best source of whether or not I was running or not.
Yeah.
It's the person at Athletics New Zealand also needs to listen to the Coffee Club because that was still getting posted with them. But I think I said last week that I wasn't going to race.
You did.
So
you did.
Must have just got on a start list somehow.
Just snuck your way on there.
Yeah, that was a pretty loose plan anyway. So that was never really plan A. But yeah, got another 10 days here. Maybe 12 days? No,
yeah.
What's today?
10 days.
10 days. Another 10 days up here, and then we start the trek.
Trip down to Zurich. Yeah, we're all going down to Zurich for like 5 days. Well, actually, okay, Ollie and I announced this on the episode that didn't come out last week, but we all did get confirmed for the Olympics. We didn't announce that on the actual podcast. We announced it on the one that didn't make it through. So, we're all, sorry if I said that wrong. We're all going to the Olympics.
There you go.
So we're very happy about that. The Coffee Club trifecta is going to be there in full force. And yeah,
we should mention too, the IOC has tried to partner with us for the Olympics. We've refused. Gus didn't like the offer.
Wasn't big enough.
No, it was a few mil short, but it was nice for the IOC to kind of think about us, particularly as a coverage for the Olympic campaign for a lot of people. But
it just felt like
we had bigger fish to fry.
We were giving them free advertising.
Yeah, we had bigger fish to fry. So the IOC can hold off for that.
What are we not allowed to do once how?
I think the rules have relaxed. I think they've changed.
That's also what I heard, but then we also got an email from we got an email from On about how to
navigate Rule 40.
Yeah. I think there's like a call actually, isn't it, like today or tomorrow?
There is some sort of call about Rule 40.
Where they teach us what to do.
The blackout period.
Yeah, but the blackout period you can do third party. You just can't.
I think
mention certain things. There's like certain.
So you can't say say the word Olympics or something, right?
Yeah, you can't use the word Olympics.
Or like any words.
You can't use the word sponsored either.
Yeah.
You can't use that word.
I will say, and I don't know, I imagine you two maybe have done it, I'm not sure, but we did have to do like an education thing online, the course.
I haven't done it yet.
You didn't do it? Or George, did you do it yet? I think everyone has to do it, and it does go over some of this stuff.
Oh, really?
Well,
if I did, I've forgotten.
I'm going to do it today.
I try speedrun those courses. I try to go through them as quick as possible, and pretty much the only thing I can remember saying was that like they really try and protect the Olympic team sponsors. So there was all this stuff about how you can't purposely cover up your logo with your own personal sponsor, that type of thing. That's all I really took away from it. But I mean, I'm sure people are still going to do it. But yeah, I think the rules are relaxed.
Well, remember that famous Michael Jordan video? It's from The Last Dance where he covers
the Team USA.
No, it doesn't cover Team USA. He covers whoever the sponsor was for the basketball team because he was Nike.
I do remember that from The Last Dance.
Reebok or something, but he covered them and then he got massive shit for it.
Oh no!
What did he cover it with?
A
USA
flag.
But everyone always does that. That's really like, I feel that's the most normal thing to do is if it's like not your sponsors, you wrap the flag around and you cover the the sponsor, and then you put your shoes on top of the flag.
A lot of
That's
people,
the move.
A lot of people will do
So
that.
if anyone win a medal, if any of us win a medal, just that's the move.
I never noticed people doing that, but that actually makes sense now.
Flag, cover logo,
Pay the
shoes,
fine.
tie your two shoes together
Well, they
around
pay
the
the
neck.
fine, don't they? Like a lot of brands pay the fine because it's good brand stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's good advertising.
Keep that in mind.
So yeah, we're all going to the Olympics, and before that, we're all going to be down in Zurich at certain points, depending on when our races are. George and I are both towards the second half. Well, you're in the middle.
I'm just right in the middle.
George is right in the middle. So
They
Ollie
said-
first.
They said no doubles for Steve Willis.
Yeah,
Always the start. I'm in the middle. Morg's at the end.
yeah. So catch us in Paris.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a week in Zurich. That's gonna be very nice. I think.
Yeah, because there's good coffee there,
Yeah,
good
It
restaurants,
should be
good
good.
running.
good running.
Good weather, hopefully.
Hopefully the weather's
Weather's
nice.
hopefully warmer. Yeah,
Good lake swimming.
yeah. No, 100%. I mean, St. Moritz beautiful, but Zurich will be nice. Change of pace.
One hard worworkout maybe. I think is the plan.
That is the plan.
Well, I got
Something
a
like that.
really hard workout.
Really? In
With Yara.
Zurich?
Yeah, it's like 600s at 121, 122. I think we're doing like 8.
Actually?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
On the
That's-
yard.
Me and Yard, yeah. Not Mario.
Fair enough.
Are you doing it as well? Is that what you're saying? Not. Are you doing? No, you wouldn't be doing it, would you? You
Well,
wouldn't be.
just because there's another person on our team running the 1500. at the
Yeah, but I don't
Olympics.
think Mario's doing it. I think it's just me and Yard.
Maybe he's on his own schedule. 'cause
But
he's
I think
racing
I
different
think
time.
Mario's on a different schedule.
Yeah.
Getting in there.
Wait,
Actually, I don't know. I shouldn't
121
say.
for 600.
Yeah, we're doing 8 of them.
That's
If you run
so quick.
8 600s and 121,
That's so quick.
I'd be surprised if
gonna-
that's a workout.
You're gonna break the world record. That's
Well,
awesome.
apparently, Yara did that same workout before Worlds and ran 124s.
Oh,
So
really?
then
So just casual 3
he just
seconds.
wants us to go 3 seconds quicker.
Why not? Olympic year.
It's Olympic year.
Olympic year.
So I'm actually tapering for that workout alone.
This race is it's just preparing for that workout.
Yeah, it's getting ready for that. London.
But yeah, I think that's the George. Anything else?
That's
before we
the
go
update.
before we go into the good old Monaco. So this past weekend, we did hype it up a lot last week, and I think it definitely lives up to the hype, especially Ollie's race here. 1500 as per usual did pop off at Monaco. I think that's that might be the fastest I've ever seen a race go through 1100 or 1200 for 1500.
It's the fastest I've ever gone through for at least 1250.
And you used to go out you've gone out fast a lot.
Yeah.
You're not a stranger to going out fast, but this
Yeah.
one was somewhat next level. I mean, I don't know if we want to jump straight into the race or you want to just take a step back and just give us the Monaco vibes first. What was it like down there?
It was like what I expected. It was beautiful along the coastline, particularly if you got outside Monaco. In Monaco, it was kind of like pretty standard European city.
Was it very busy, like congested feeling?
Close to the race, 100%. There wasn't many places to like not many stores and stuff. It was mostly just really nice restaurants, which I went to a lot of, and it was super nice. Shout out to Mitch Dyer. Had dinner with him up for the race. It was great. Saw like a lot of people there, like Corey McGee and Haas and like Lauren Ryan, Vincent Chibata. So it was a pretty good vibe, honestly. It was pretty relaxing, Monaco. I think
Was Yared and Dathan taking it in?
Yared, no. Yared was like in his room most of the time, just like reading and doing his thing. Dathan was with Jude, his son, so he was definitely taking it in when he could.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he did 2 laps of the Formula 1
Yeah.
course with Jordan,
Yeah.
running.
Really? Isn't it just like an
It's
actual
just road, yeah.
Just
But,
where
I
there's
mean, you
cars
can't
and
really
stuff?
run anywhere in Monaco.
Did
unless
you go
you're
through the
track.
tunnel?
He did, yeah. He would have went through the tunnel. I mean,
Probably outside it.
we drove 5.5 hours from St. Moritz to Monaco, and looking back on it, Dathan definitely realised that probably not the best idea before a race.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, didn't it take 7? It's like 5.5.
It took 6 to 7 because there was an hour just waiting in the tolls because like it was just disorganized getting through there, and the roads are very windy, and like honestly like my spine was pretty banged up after it, and I know Yara definitely felt a little bit of it as well, but
That's the major downside of St. Moritz, though. In general, like
it's
there's
just so hard
Get
to
into races?
Yeah,
if
it
you're
sucks.
if you're racing in a different country, because the minimum if you're not able to drive is then an extra 3 to 4 hours on the train, and then that's getting to the airport. So it always does take a while, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I think, I mean, it was nice.
The only good place to race is Zurich.
Yeah.
If you're in Emirates.
Yeah. It was nice. It was nice to drive, but it was, I think next time if we did that, we would actually fly just straight to Nice and then get in because, I definitely think, like, I saw Jason for a few sessions after the race and he said that's the worst he's ever seen me, like my spine.
Oh, really?
It was, and I think Yard had the same stuff. So, like, we were just a bit jammed up, but overall felt really good going into the race. It was pretty hot down there, pretty humid. Their setup is so strange. Like, there's no bathrooms in the warm-up area. You have to go back into the hotel to go to the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah.
The hotel is attached to the warm-up area, which is quite nice.
That's nice,
That's
but
cool.
it's a bit chaotic, particularly getting close to races when there's only one male and one female, and then one disabled toilet. So people were trying to use the toilets when they could, but everyone was pretty, it's a diamond league. Everyone's pretty professional and respectful, so it was easy to get over that obstacle of trying to use the bathroom. But overall, like, going into the race, I was pretty confident with my training and stuff like that. Getting into the race, I was like, particularly in Oslo, I kind of didn't get into the position I want early on, and I kind of built up to where I wanted to be in the last like bit of the race, and then it was like kind of too late to move up any further, and still ran really, really well. So my plan for this race was to get behind either Jakob or Yard and just like go with the pace and see what I can do. Because we already had found out the day before that it was going to be going through in 2:19, which is 3:27.5 pace, which is like quick. And then when we got to the track, we saw there was a different time up there, which was under 3:27 for one of the lights. Yeah. So it was like, I think 3:28 there was a light for that. There was a light for 3:29 and there was a light for 3:26.9 or something like that.
Seriously?
So it was going to be quick. And I think, honestly, me and Yard were probably not that prepared to go that quick just from like the travel and getting in there, but might as well go for it, right? So we went out and I felt really good. Pretty much, I got tripped up near the start just because like every 1500, every middle distance race right now, 815, people just can't settle in and there's just a lot of trip ups and falls. But luckily I didn't go down. I think Lars went down behind me.
He went down at the back.
I think he clipped my Achilles going down. But
wait, was he the one? Did he fall right behind you, or did he fall far back from you?
I don't know, but someone, I don't know who hit me, but somebody, I thought it was
I think
him.
he fell like mid-pack and then just got like shot out the back.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Which would have been, he was like, that's like the first high-level race he's been in since like last year. It would have been interesting to see if...
yeah, he didn't race well at Euros.
Yeah, and he hasn't been in any other diamond league.
He did a good 1K. Yeah.
Well, he's in London.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Redemption
for him. But yeah, I got behind Yard and I was like, great position. And then I felt amazing. I thought this is going to be a good race. And then we were on pretty much 3:27 pace until once it got to a lap to go, I was like mentally pretty ready to be like, okay, I got to start pushing. And then I got to the back straight and I see Jakob turn his head and then just absolutely fucking bolt. He just took off and I was like, holy shit. Because we went through I was through in 2:47 for the 1200, which is like the fastest I've ever gone through in a 15.
That's crazy
and then,
fast.
Yeah, and then 250 to go. My body just wasn't there for it. And I know Yard had a similar thing where his body just didn't respond to the way we thought it, like we both didn't respond. Like that's just the way racing is. Sometimes it just doesn't go the way you want it to go. But I kind of tried to hang on till the end. Got pipped by Nordis right on the line. And I think Neil Gooley got me like 200 to go. But overall, like I was kind of in a position where when you have a really good race, you can kind of like vibe off it. And if you have a really bad race, you can kind of pick apart what went wrong and how to improve it. But when you have like an okay race, like it was a season's best, it's still 3:31, still like ran pretty good 12:50 of a race. But sometimes those races are harder to process a little bit when it's just like an okay race. Like it's not crazy, it's not terrible, it's just an okay race. And Ritz had some cool stuff to say actually after the race, which is super nice for me. And Yara was pretty much like you can have, there's two ways you approach that race. One, you just wait and you race for like the middle pack where you could probably run 3:30, 3:29, or you just go for it and see where you're at. And he was proud of us to go for it because you need like having that stimulus of going out that quick or going out that hard. It's just nice to see where you're at and how it goes. And I think for me, I rewatched the race, which I actually never watch my races. I hate watching myself race. But I rewatched it, and actually rewatching it gave me a lot of confidence because we're out, like going out with it. We gapped the field a bit, but also like I was pretty happy with how I was. Like we were both there for a considerable amount of time, and it was so quick. We've never run that quick before, and I was just proud of that effort, and I think I just got to take that to the next one. And obviously, like my neck was a little banged up, my lower back was a little banged up. Jason kind of sorted it out and just said, "Oh, it's just the travel. It's just being in the car." But I also hadn't seen Jason in a while too, so like reassessing, probably should have flew to Eugene, even though that was going to be my worst nightmare to see Jason. It was probably a necessary evil to see him and get him to check out my body before. But overall, like I'm very happy with that. Like obviously I wanted to be top 4 and run, sub 3:30, but I'll have opportunities to do that later on. And it was nice to be a part of that field and a crazy race. Also, I got to race where my dad trained for like 3 years. So my dad lived in
pretty cool.
Monton. There's a photo of him like where those historic arches were, and when I was finished the race and I looked at them, I was like, that's pretty sweet. It was pretty crazy to be back there. I think it was like 30 years ago when my dad used to train and live there and run for the club there, AS Monaco. So that was cool. And yeah, I mean, kind of iffy at the start, but a lot of positives to take away from it. And then on like the car drive back, it was nice. Me and Jared had a nice chat about it, and we're pretty excited for the next races coming up, which is for him is the Olympics, but for me is London Diamond League, which is in this week.
Yeah, very soon.
So
yeah, it's a good race. I mean, like season's best, but obviously I
by
think
0-1.
No, yeah,
0-1.
Like season's best is good, but also I think if you ran a more even pace race, you're gonna run quite a bit quicker. You would assume same for like Jared. I think was just a bit off his PBs.
He was just off his PB, yeah.
So it was a solid race for him. But obviously you guys want to you never want to get beat. But also I think if you can hang in the way that you did, it shows that because I mean, I would say that by the time you get to the Olympics, you potentially would be able to close that gap as well. But also I think the chance that the Olympics is that fast early on is like
slim.
really, really slim. Maybe the Olympics will be a 3:26 race, but it would be like more in the second half, So I think as a 1500 meter runner, the way I look at it from my outside perspective is you just need to be like in the conversation, like if you can hang with it if you know that you can hang with it for as long as like you just did, that when the competition, like the main racing happens at the Olympics, like take a good example is Whiteman in, a couple of years ago, because he got, I mean, what did he run at Oslo in the
350?
Mile? He only ran 350, and then he's like, that was enough for him, just to be in the conversation. So
yeah,
I just got to feel pretty good.
He just came up here, and I just see him. He had a good chat, and he was actually. I love Jake Whiteman because he always gives me like really nice things. He always says nice things.
Yeah.
But he was talking about that race, and he's like, nah, it's really. I think that's like the best possible thing to happen to you and Jared at this time of year. He's like, you don't want to be running 3:26. I mean. You do, but you don't want to be running you don't want to be peaking at Monaco. Is pretty much what he said. Like you don't want to be. That's like the best race of your season. You want to be doing that in the next month. And he's like, it's still a really good place to be, and you should be proud of that. And I was like, thanks, Jake.
That's valid.
Being a nice guy, but Jake Whitecastle. But yeah, no, I
It was just a race. It was a race for Jakob.
It was a time trial.
There's only one way to find out if the pace is too fast, and that's to go with someone like Jakob. And you guys, that's probably the first time Jared's found out that the pace was too hot for him.
Yeah.
And only Jakob was just still feeling great, apparently, with 200 to go. Obviously, Tim and the other Kenyan guy, Coleman.
Yeah, they did.
Still ran 3:28, but
yeah, they did pretty well.
Jakob's just at a point where that pace didn't take as much out of him. And you guys just went on a journey of finding out what was too fast. And that's can only be a good thing for the races in a few weeks that are going to be, it's going to make 5 seconds slower, which is still fast, feel probably amazing.
Yeah.
You add in 250, it's going to feel great. Even though 250 is insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a cool race.
It was a cool race. I mean,
European
the stadium's very cool.
Yeah.
Stadium's very, very cool. crowd was actually crazy. It was a big packed crowd.
Really?
Yeah, Jordan just goes, mate, it might be 50% crowd there.
Really?
It was packed. It was sold out, yeah.
That's cool.
So it was pretty sweet.
There's a lot of young people, I
A
feel
lot
like.
of young kids, yeah. All
That's what I noticed last year.
Yeah. Also, I guess maybe because were you guys the last race or the second last race?
We
Second
were
last.
second last because the last was the
Was it 100 or
100.
something? Yeah. So I don't know if you guys got to experience the craziness of the 800
Yeah.
once again.
141.
I think everyone kind of knew it was going to happen, but also it's like, well, is he really going to run 141 like twice in like a week or less than a week, whatever it was? Pretty crazy to see that. And
How can you keep that going for the Olympics?
I know.
I'll be
I know.
amazed if he's still running that good in a few weeks.
Maybe he's just that
He's
good,
going in
I
as the
guess.
clear favorite, though.
And it's just, and the best part about it is how everyone has just risen as well. It's not like there's just one person. The 800, if I imagine if you look at the depth across that top 5 or even top 10 times of this season compared to the last 5 years, maybe more, it's just like already blown out of the water. And the Olympics hasn't even happened yet. So that was really cool. And then obviously big shout out to Jess Hull breaking the 2K world record, world best, whatever you want to call it. She
World
was
achievement,
amazing.
World achievement.
She had a great army of paces.
How many
I
paces?
thought it was running. I thought no way the third one. I was like,
was it 3 or 4?
I think there was 3. Because here there was a
Three.
third one. I was like,
Yeah.
she must be racing. Like, no way they have another one.
Yeah. So
And
she
then
had
she also stepped off.
good pacing and then also closed very hard. Looked very good.
It's just crazy though. Like that world record, I think it's the same equivalent as running 3:54, which is still crazy for the 15. She ran 4 seconds quicker than that. Like,
Yeah. I
It's
guess you
just-
never expect the 2K to be.
I mean, the 2Ks you don't race it enough for it to be like as competitive as other world records, but that just shows her achievement in the 15 running 350. How crazy that is as well, because it's like 4 seconds off.
It's hard to fathom
Yeah.
how good 350
350 was like insane. So like it was pretty cool to see her still have that momentum going into Paris. She's definitely a medal hope for Australia.
I wonder what
100%.
350 is on the men's points table.
It's 327, I think.
Well, the
327
points
low.
table is.
350, I think.
You think so?
327 low, I think.
Do they not just equivalent it? I don't know if that's a word between the world records, or on the points table.
points?
Points
Oh.
does the points table have certain world records more impressive than other world records, or are they not? Or like is that not like the basis that
I
everything's
did just
based
find
on?
out that that's how the decathlon works. Did you guys
Yeah.
know that?
Yeah, I was hearing about
Decathlon
that.
scoring is based on the world record in each event. So like now the women's high jump just got broken for the first time in like 40 years. You get like a different score for the high jump.
So the decathlon scoring is not the same as the
Well, I don't know
point
if that's
scoring?
just, I don't know. I
Or is
assume
it-
not.
Yeah.
Well, the heptathlon would change, but the decathlon wouldn't.
Yeah, same
whatever,
thing. now.
whatever the thing was.
But I assume they're a different points table, right?
Well, let me
They
think
must
now.
be. They might. Yeah.
Because they score like
8,000?
800 points per event sometimes, which would make, I guess that's not very high.
No,
actually.
that's really
That's
low.
pretty low. So it probably is different. But yeah, I wonder how they, because I've always had like, I haven't, really set up, but I'm like, surely like the points table, because now they do ranking, they do like this is the top ranked like men and women like
Yeah,
in
that's stupid
athletics.
because it's always Mondo.
And it's always Mondo or like Warholm is up there, and I was like, these guys are amazing breaking world records, but it's like there's no way like compare the depth in the pole vault to the depth historically in like the 1500. It's just like wow.
Even women's 800 too. Women's 800 right now, like the depth in that is insane.
Yeah, like,
That's not even in the list for
I don't-
ranking.
I
We'll have
don't
to
know
go
how
through
they
the
do
points
it.
tables.
Yeah,
Let's figure this out.
we need
We'll
we
get
need,
Seb on the line. Just get him to figure it out.
we need
Lord,
AF stats.
Lord Co. I did see.
Someone.
Speaking of like people that are pretty massive, The Rock Johnson. I saw his place. Did you run past it?
In
He has
Monaco?
a place
Yeah.
in Monaco.
Really?
It
Didn't
just
know
has
that.
a door and it says The Rock.
What is it? What is it? He's
It's
just got a house?
It's a mansion house. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that mansions existed in Monaco.
It was massive.
Wait, are there mansion houses in Monaco? I kind of
Yeah.
just thought it was like
Along the
apartments.
coast.
I thought it was like just apartments.
Big houses.
Wow.
I think definitely an up on the hill. I'm sure you
There
could
is.
find some spots.
I'm 100% basing that just based off seeing the inside of Toto Wolff's apartment on Drive to Survive, and he
And even
just
like
has
Lewis
like
Hamilton, I think it's
they
just an
just
apartment.
have like normal apartments. I'm like, well, these guys are probably pretty rich, and this is where they live. So if they're living in an apartment, then those other
But
houses.
they're living there
the
for
point.
tax reasons.
Yeah, but
Because
I'm
Toto lives
Yeah,
like
but
down the road.
you could still
you still
choose to live in a mansion with your tax breaks.
That's just my reference point.
That's true.
So
Maybe
for
they're
the
just,
rock,
they're donating the money that they could be living in a mansion to charity.
maybe The Rock though is not. He's spending on a mansion. Good
Yeah, and tequila.
tequila.
He has his own tequila line.
That's probably how he affords it, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
Maybe we should have like a
tequila.
coffee club spirit.
Yeah, definitely make some good money on that.
Everyone else seems to.
Let's do it. Easy crossover. So yeah, Monaco once again seems, from a viewing standpoint, awesome meet. I really want to race there one day as well. Join these boys. Got to get on the 5K there. I guess it's probably not. I mean, last year they ran very quick in the 5K there, but
They did,
it's not
yeah.
really where you would want to run a 5K.
It's very hot.
Typically, but maybe one day I'll be able to do that. That'd be really cool. But going from Monaco, very different. We're jumping across to London, which is
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
yeah. We talked about. Did we talk about it last week on the podcast? How it's like the biggest one, probably in terms of spectators.
In spectators, yes. Probably not in competition because a lot of them.
It's just UK heavy.
It's
Yeah.
well,
Weird timing
nothing,
as well.
nothing wrong with that.
Stadium.
It's a bigger stadium, but it's timing. The timing's not great for a lot of athletes. So a lot of athletes won't do it.
This year, weird timing, depending on.
But it's the
How
USA.
people like
It's
to
not the
race.
USA. Sorry, it's the Australia versus UK race though in the mile.
Is it?
4 Aussies.
Give it to
4
us.
UKs.
Give us the names.
I'll give it to you. Stuart McSwain,
Team Australia.
Team Australia. Adam Spencer, Team Australia. Ollie Hall, Team Australia. Cameron Myers, Team Australia. The UK side. Neil Gooley, Team Great Britain. Adam Fogg. And then there's 2 more
Two
that I've
names.
forgotten. Oh yeah, George Mills and
Is Josh Kerr not running?
Josh Kerr's not running.
Oh wow.
Surely girls.
It might be Giles. Let me check. Sorry.
The UK team does have a squad of.
Must
Quite a
be
few people.
Elliot. You would think
I would say so, but
he ran it last year. He ran really good there last year.
Yeah.
he ran 321 last year, didn't he? 332 or 33?
I'm actually surprised that
Neil, I thought Neil was going to win London last year.
really.
Like his Yard ended up winning. I think he was third, but with like 100 to
Nordis-
go.
yeah.
Nordis was there too, right?
Yeah, it
Nordis
was Yard, then Nordas, then Neil. I think they ran they all ran 330 flat.
Mm-hmm.
But this year it is a mile, so we will not be seeing 330.
No, it changes everything. I wonder do you know what the pacing would be like, Ollie? Have you heard anything like that?
They
Probably not 246.
yeah. I mean I think it'll be like 348, unless one of them wants to go for the British record, which is Josh
Yes.
Kerr's 345. Archie Davis,
Wow.
George Mills,
That's-
Neil Gooley, Elliot Giles, Adam Fogg. There's 5 Brits in it. Cameron Myers, Adam Spencer, Callum Davies from Australia. I think he's pacing.
Yeah. Robert Falcon.
There's an Irish guy in it, the sexy Andrew Korskin.
Fucking.
Vincent Chapata is in it. Robert Farkin from OAC Europe. Laos is in it. Adele Mitchell is in it. Nordas is in it. And then Philip Rack from Poland is in it. As well as this Belgium guy.
No Kenyans, interestingly.
No.
After running really good.
No.
It's very smart.
Guess
for
who has
them.
the fastest PR on the field though, guys?
Is it you?
It's me.
No way.
First time in the together where I got the fastest
That's
PR.
sick.
You know what
That's a
that
lot of
means?
pressure.
A lot of pressure.
This is. I mean,
I was about to
this,
say,
looking through this field, this is a really good level for you, I reckon.
Oh, thanks.
What do you mean? I don't mean that as an insult. I just
No,
mean
I know.
I just mean like, you're gonna be like. Actually, I think one of the greatest things to go on a race is just to have the mindset, I'm racing to win today. Like that's all you have to think about
Yeah.
going into this race.
So
you know?
all those boys in that race.
No, not necessarily.
Okay. But yeah. No, I'm excited.
not a
I
lot of, well, I mean,
run well. I run well in the UK. I always run well in the UK. So
also out for redemption from last year's London
Yeah.
Diamond League.
because I really wanted to race, then Rich is like, "You're not racing. We're getting an MRI." I was like, oh fuck! And then
So
I
there's-
was sent home.
Yeah.
I didn't get the rose. Rich didn't give me the rose. He sent me home.
No.
Yeah.
By the way,
Who's taking the pace on is the question.
Ollie?
Who did
No.
last year?
Could not tell you.
Who took the pace?
There was a weird, was it? Wait, Mario did for a little bit. Mario Gap did run for like a few meters with the pacer. I can't remember who was leading it. Was it Nordas?
Well, you got Stewie and you got
Probably Stewie. Unless you want to.
Stewie and George Mills like to go hard.
I feel like George likes to
He always
go
starts
hard
at the back.
halfway.
Yeah.
He picks his moments.
But for me, I think
He's
my
pretty
race
fit, though.
plan
Give it to
Spoiler.
us. Give it to us.
Spoiler.
is to sit on whoever's going hard and then outkick them at the end. That's my race plan.
Prime position.
Prime position.
What
Get
if
front.
you end up behind the pacer?
Then I will
Sit on him.
sit on him and then outkick him. Yeah.
Smart.
Checks out,
Smart.
right?
That's good. That's a good plan.
Yeah. No, but I mean, my body feels really good after Monaco. I got a workout tomorrow I'm excited about. But this is actually, it's a bit sad because I feel like I'm going to be in St. Moritz a lot longer. Total days in St. Moritz will be a week and a half. And then I'm down in Zurich after London, so I'm not coming back up.
Yeah, it is sad that you're not spending as much time, but I will say, and I'd like to hear if you guys agree with this, I feel like this year we've done a good job where it doesn't feel like too much St. Moritz, you know? I mean, especially for you, Ollie, but even George and I have spent a little bit more time here. I feel like we've done a good job. I don't know if it's the positive energy, the vibes we've been bringing.
Ask me again when we're leaving.
Still got to get through one more week.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's been nice. I think.
Well, ask Yared. Yared is the anti-St. Moritz man.
He was, I mean... So
he complains about walking around as well.
We all do shit on St. Moritz at certain points, but Yared was very anti it before he even came up here. So I don't know if
He's anti-Europe.
Is.
He's anti-Europe.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll ever come back to Europe when he
retires.
Yeah, like when he doesn't have to be here.
I asked him about that. He said no.
I couldn't see it.
He said no. He said I was like, wow. But he's like, why would I vacation in Europe where Europe has everything that America has, but America has it better?
Do you think he's culturally the most American person on our team?
100. Well, Joe Klecker was close, but Joe's a bit more cultured now. I think Yared.
Well, Joe loves Europe.
Yeah, he loves Europe
does.
now. Initially, he was like making fun of it, but now he loves it. Yeah,
He loves Europe. I don't know. Dathan's culturally quite American as well.
but Dathan loves it up here. He like raves about being in St. Moritz. He
does.
loves being up here.
He's one of his favorite places.
Yeah, that's what he says. So I think it's Yared. I don't
Maybe
think because Alicia liked being up here,
Yeah. I think
and
so.
Alicia
Sage
loves
loves
being in
being here, right? Sage loves Europe.
Yep.
Races a lot. Who else is he? Joe? I guess Josette.
I've just never heard like Yared has got to visit some amazing places. I've never heard him say like,
one good thing about it.
like, oh, I was just so happy to be in Monaco. Like it was.
No,
so
when
good.
we were in Monaco, he hated Monaco. I think, but I think
Monaco is a city that I wouldn't like. I don't know if I would like Monaco. You know, I'm like, there's probably way nicer places you could.
If
go.
It's not
you
a good
go
place to
15
visit.
minutes,
Yeah.
if you go 15 minutes out of Monaco, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like amazing.
There are a lot better coastlines in Europe
Yeah.
than that one.
But it was still gorgeous. It was nice getting in the water.
If you're a billionaire and you have a sweet yacht,
Yeah.
maybe it's the
It
vibe.
was
to
actually
play.
crazy when I was having dinner with Meg, and we were like on the like where the harbour is, and you can see all these boats and just these guys with all these like supermodel girlfriends and stuff just like dancing around with
Super
champagne.
yachts.
And I'm like, yeah, they're billionaires for sure.
I love it. Do they all fly the Monegascan? Is that how you say it?
I think so.
The flag.
Yeah.
They all have that on their yachts.
And then they have the French. They have like that flag up top, and the French flag is usually like second or third.
Yeah. Love it. Typical. Love it.
Yeah.
So somehow we got back to Monaco, but we were talking about London.
Yeah, but London's going to be good.
Is anything else happening?
Is it an
in
afternoon
London?
race? Or is it an
I think
evening
it's.
race?
I mean, the way the
often
schedule looks,
is,
it
yeah.
looks like an afternoon race.
Is it still called the Emsley Car Mile?
3:19. It says.
It is the Emsley car,
Emsley Car Mile. So
but it hasn't been for quite a few years,
they took it away and turned it into the 1500.
and now it's coming back.
Why isn't it not called the Josh Kerr Mile? Oh, because he's American. Josh is
The
American.
3K?
I keep forgetting that. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting his.
The
his
3K
nuance.
is a diamond league.
Yeah, oh, it is. So there is a good men's 3K as well, which I think Grant is racing.
3K in Paris was not a diamond league.
Oh, got some Ethiopians here.
Yeah, this one will be pretty good. I mean,
And
it's
some
not.
Kenyans.
It's still none of the ones that are competing in the Olympics.
We have Dominic from
I don't-
OSU Europe.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go through the whole list, to be honest. It's just like it's a solid one with a lot of people also like getting ready for the Olympics, I reckon. I think it'll be another really good one. It is weird that the fact that it is a Diamond League one, but it's still weird timing, so it doesn't have like a lot of the top 5K guys in it for various reasons. And then I think the British Diamond League always has to have a women's 800 because that's just their most
These days they're such a good event.
stacked event. And Keely is racing it, so.
So is Gemma Ricci, Laura Muir, Erin Wallace,
Well, there'll be some good
Georgia
races
Bell.
then.
Yeah, there'll be some great
It's a
races.
shame Sage couldn't get into that one.
Yeah, Ali Wilson representing the US
Yeah.
and Bissett.
Very cool. Last diamond league before the Olympics. Is it even like the last meet? I wonder if there's like any more races before the Olympics anywhere.
Bro, you're forgetting about the on-track nights.
You're off
Japan.
with that.
Tokyo?
Oh.
Is that before the
I
Olympics?
think it's like July 27th or
What?
something. It's a pretty random time.
Hero,
I feel like that's a terrible idea because I shouldn't say that. But because everyone's focus is going to be on the Olympics, and like, all right, check out this meet in Japan.
Maybe in Japan it'll pop off. I don't
Like
know.
the Olympics have already started by then.
Yeah,
not
that's true.
track
I
and
didn't even
field.
realize that.
But like other Olympic events have already started.
What's day one of the Olympics? What's the opening ceremony?
20. Maybe that is the opening day because the opening ceremony is either like 25 or 26. So then it's
Okay.
like maybe the next day,
Cool.
something like that.
Very
Or unless that is the day of the opening ceremony,
Yeah.
and then it starts the next day. I don't actually know.
Yeah.
None of us are going to the opening ceremony.
Fortunately not.
How do you guys feel about that?
I kind of knew it was gonna happen. I didn't really think about it, but I was like, it's just not gonna work.
it's kind of sad that we're not allowed to go.
It would. If you really wanted to, I would.
I'm sure they would let you.
I think Dathan would be like, yeah, you can go.
No, but isn't it you're not allowed in the village until a certain time
Oh.
before you race, like 5 days.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So
I think
I
that
don't
was
know.
only. Although I thought that was just like Centres Federation was telling her that. Are you sure it's the Aussies as well?
I reckon
Well,
we could come in if we wanted to.
I think
okay.
you guys
I think
could.
if we really wanted to.
I think that was specific to Centre, right?
Yeah.
Italians don't
See,
want her in
But
there.
they wanted
With
us to
COVID
come in on certain days as
Yeah,
well.
but with COVID, we just missed out on Tokyo. But I mean, the
No,
opening
apparent-
ceremony might just be a bit draining emotionally and physically, and maybe it's best to. It sucks though because it's such the epitome of the Olympics, you know.
We'll watch it. We'll get a good view from the TV.
And we're like, oh yeah, we're a
I
part
think
of that.
I might go to the closing ceremony.
I can't.
Different vibe. You have to leave before.
I'm going. Well, my parents are going up to Florence, and they can't stay in Paris because it's too expensive. So we're going out day after.
You're going to
15
Florence with them.
Florence and then Tuscany. We're looking at buying a couple of wineries up there. So we're gonna go and have a look and sip some grapes. Check it out.
That's a cool place to go.
Yeah, buy some wineries.
Sip some grapes.
Yeah.
I think if you win the
Some
Olympics,
grapes.
you will probably have to come back for the closing ceremony. Probably hold the flag or something. I think you might have to come back. But we'll cross that bridge.
I'm gonna. If I win the Olympics, I'm gonna be the bad boy with like a massive cigar and a beer can, walking
Even
around
when
with
you
a medal.
when you won Com Games, didn't they make you stay a full extra day?
They did.
I
yeah.
remember that.
That was
Yeah.
brutal.
I remember
That
hearing
was tough because I was cooked. I was so
They were
tired.
like, oh yeah.
Also, my IT
you-
band was flared up.
They're like, you can't leave.
Yeah. I did so much media
feel
after
that,
that.
yeah.
That was insane. And then I went to the Longines house. That was sick.
Made
I
it
was
all
so
worth it.
hungover.
Was that the Josh Kerr house?
Yeah, that was Josh Kerr was everywhere. He was
forgot.
actually on all the walls, and so was Peter Bowl. And then they were like 1,500 meters, record breaker. Ollie Hall, you get a watch. I was like, cool. No, like that's not Josh Kerr. Anyway,
Amazing.
he looks like Josh Kerr, but he's like the Josh Kerr light. Poor
Can't wait to
man.
preview just all the Olympic events, just like other ones we don't know.
Like the equestrian,
Yeah.
breakdancing. I'm
Breakdancing.
going to become an expert on breakdancing.
rhythmic gymnastics.
Surfing.
Uh,
We're going to take a trip
What's
to
the one
Tahiti
where
or wherever
the
it is.
dancing underwater? What's that one again?
Oh,
Synchronized
Synchronized swimming.
That shit's crazy. Synchronized diving too.
Yeah. How's the New Zealand looking for the rowing? Aren't they? Isn't that like their best event?
Primo.
They're
I
good.
don't know. They're looking good.
You just said primo and
He
you
has
have no
faith.
idea.
He has
Well,
faith.
I just I believe in them.
What about rugby sevens? Surfing. I have a mate from Cronulla. Shout out Connor Leary. Surfing for Japan.
That's quite far away from Paris. It turns out.
It's in somewhere called Topu. Isn't it Topu?
Where?
What are you saying?
Is it? I don't know. Now I can't say things. It was a French occupied island, but it's like one of the greatest places to surf, and it's beautiful there. That's what they're surfing.
It's just in Tahiti, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
The
it's
specific
Tahiti,
wave
but-
does have a name. Or like
Topu,
specific-
isn't it? Topu. I don't know. Fuck. It's
It
in
is on
Tahiti.
it is on
It's in-
the other side of the world.
It's
to
in
Paris.
Tahiti.
That'd be so funny. Imagine
Wait.
if you went to the opening ceremony and
There's
then
no way you're going to the opening
And then
ceremony.
you flew out.
and
They
then
probably have their
flew
own
back to
surfing.
Tahiti.
Their own surfing opening ceremony.
I googled yesterday I looked up how many martial arts are there at the Olympics.
How many is that?
Yeah, Topu. Is that how you say it? Topu?
That's not how
That's a hard word to pronounce.
Tia
based on the spelling.
Hupo.
I believe you though. Tofu. Sick.
I think
In Tahiti. Dude, look at the surfing logo for the Olympics. That's sick.
there's 5.
5.
There's 5 martial arts.
Wait.
Where's the John Wick one?
Except not all of them. One of them has not been competed in Paris, but was in Tokyo.
Oh, got cut.
It got cut.
What about archery? You guys
Was it Taekwondo?
Taekwondo is in the Olympics. Karate got the chop.
Oh,
Karate got the chop.
They only
Good
got
pun,
it.
Good pun.
They got it in Tokyo, and then but I think Brisbane said they'll have it.
They bring it back.
Yeah, Taekwondo, karate, but not happening. Judo, wrestling, and boxing. I know they're not really martial arts, but when I googled it, that's the ones they told me.
There's
a lot.
What's the craziest Olympic sport that you would not expect to be in the Olympics other than like skateboarding?
I mean, like pretty much everyone we just listed are like pretty random.
What about that one
Like
where
the
they
fact that breakdancing in
Yeah.
that was pretty
Absolutely
crazy.
ridiculous.
what about like when they have the gun and they hold it and they bend their elbow? Like, have you seen that?
They've been
Like
what,
they
just
hold this
shooting?
gun, yeah, and like it bends like this and they shoot it.
Like with the
Have
movie
you seen
Wanted?
it? It's crazy.
Like Wanted, where you do it around the corner.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Modern pentathlon, is that still a thing?
Yeah,
We have
that one makes sense in a weird way though.
We have a girl on that. We have
What do you mean
an
we?
Aussie girl.
Oh,
Well, we don't.
The
have to try.
OAC is some.
Yeah. It's
Which
actually it's been secret, but Alicia Monson wasn't actually injured. She's been training for the modern pentathlon.
yeah.
I actually think equestrian's kind of cool that they compete. There's only like one category. It's not like men's and women's.
Yeah, I do like that. See, those types of sports that are more traditional make a lot of sense. From like, their only place is in the Olympics to me. You know, not their only place, but that is their place.
That's where they belong.
But no, I mean, you can almost say the same thing about athletics in a way. You know, like that's like it makes sense for that to be in the Olympics. That's such a iconic Olympic sport.
What
Same with
sport
these
is the
other ones.
epitome of the Olympics?
I think athletics.
Definitely athletics.
That's the
100%.
That's the whole,
Okay,
So-
what's crazy about equestrian is the fact that they have to ship the horses
That is crazy.
to Paris like months before.
yeah, I didn't really think about the logistics of that.
That makes it kind of crazy.
That is
That's where like
Intense.
royalties performed. Some princesses performed in equestrian at the Olympics. Someone from Duke of Windsor.
really.
Yeah.
Really? Did you just pull that name out of your ass?
No, not Duke of Windsor, but the Windsor family, which is like the King Charles sausage finger family.
Good reference. Nice.
All right.
That's our Olympic preview. Right there. We do have, to wrap it up today, we do have a very special Coffee Cauldron Olympic themed, which is set up by our manager, Tom. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks to you, Wang.
I'm going to get it up now. None of us really know exactly what to expect here. So I'm going to play this video and we're going to see what happens. So I think we will be watching,
I know that
pausing, and reacting. Okay?
I know this person.
This will be pretty fun.
I know, we have so many questions for you today.
All
Where
right.
he is right
Is
now.
there-
First time doing a podcast?
I've done podcasts before, but never with you guys, and I've never had like the in-person headphones and stuff.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Hey, board. Mum and Dad here to send you a message.
I really didn't expect this.
Morgan and everybody on the Coffee podcast. You know, we're so proud of all of you, not just Morgan, but also
Got the right sponsor.
in Georgia.
Just wanted to say congratulations for making the team. I know I say it all the time, but I really am so proud of you, mate. And you have again made me a very proud brother. I know it's been especially hard lately, especially the past year with the injury, so you more than deserve every part of this, so rip in and enjoy, and I'll see you soon.
All the BMOs send you a huge congratulations on your selection to join the rest of the Kiwis in Paris. You just missed the cut 3 years ago. You put in the mahi and achieved the Olympic standard, and not one event but 3.
It's been a lifelong dream to make the Paris Olympics, Tokyo Olympics, just practice one. And look,
That's me.
this is 11-year-old Morgan here. What was he dreaming of? He was dreaming of running in the Olympics.
So awesome, Bob, and we're so proud of you. We are with you all the way. Go the Silver Child.
I'm extremely proud of
Oh,
you
she said that.
and your achievements. I know that it's taken a huge amount of hard work and dedication. I know that there have been sacrifices too. You've also shown great resilience through some tough times, and we really admire you for that.
I'll be wearing Poppy's stopwatch around my neck. Nana is so proud of you, and she'll be waiting for your success.
You just see Roger in the background.
Congratulations, we're all very proud of you, and that includes your big family, your Nana, cousins, and my siblings. Well done. We know that you've worked really hard for this, and we hope you have a great.
This legacy of the younger generation of athletes and everyone else down under wish you all the best in Paris. Be bold, be brave, and who knows what is believable.
And keep well, train hard, and we're looking forward to seeing Morgan unleashed in Paris
2024. We wish you all the best and sending lots of love. Also sending our best wishes to the Coffee Club boys. We are super proud of Ollie and Morgan and look forward to cheering them on too.
Thanks.
Love you, mate.
Love you, Marty. Bye.
Perfect.
Tom.
Where's the advice column? We didn't have any advice there to give those people.
I can't believe you did that to us.
Yeah.
Tom, you've done it again.
Yeah.
That's
Who were those people?
I don't know. They had very nice things to say.
Nice.
They seem nice, right?
I
don't recognize them.
Whoever they are seem nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Classic Tom.
That was like...
That was not what I expected at all.
No, I was not expecting the heartfelt message there. I don't think I'm in the right emotional state to react to that.
Yeah.
I think we have to wrap up on that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I love that Grant was in there as well as a little misdirect.
That was a misdirect. That was a red herring.
Yeah.
That was a huge red herring from Tom. I thought Grant was about to talk shit about the pod and I was ready for it.
Yeah, me too.
I was so ready for it. I was like, come on, Grant.
That's going.
And then it was just our loved ones wishing us best of luck at the Olympics.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much to the
Thank
family.
you.
Thanks to Tom.
Thanks to Grant as well for being the red herring.
Yeah. He's part of our family in a way. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty out of words now after that. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Well, I guess on that note, may as well wrap it up for today. What do we think?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's wrap it up.
We'll continue to put these out. Obviously, next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, our lives will be quite busy. So hopefully we can still get some nice podcast episodes out. But if we're late or something happens, I think you probably know why. So just a little warning, a little heads up. But yeah, once again, thank you everyone for listening. This has been episode 146 of the Coffee Club podcast, and we look forward to seeing you all again next week. Bye bye.
Boys from Coffee Club.